So, hello everybody. Today we're going to do two unboxings of two games from Decision Games. They're both solitaire from their mini games series. I got a shipment from the UK yesterday which also contained the SGBOH Alexander Deluxe Extended Edition. I got the InDaHouse expansion, and I finally got my hands on the Boudica expansion for Caesar Conquest of Gaul. I'd been hunting for those for a long time, and they finally came to me, and that was brilliant. And also I got them from Games Law in the UK, and the prices were ace. Okay, so let's look at these. These two are games that you can probably tell by the look of the games. They are folio games. They are in Ziploc, and they are set in the future. So we have Phobos Rising, Insurgency on Mars. We all know who Phobos is. Phobos is one of the two sons of Ares, Deimos and Phobos. Terror and panic on the battlefield. Two terrible people, just like their dad, not very nice. So I've no idea what Phobos is going to do. We've got Insurgency on Mars and Operation Stolen Base. I've read that apparently the rules are terrible. I haven't looked at them. They can't be a lot more terrible than the rules for Warfighter. And by the way, those people who were asking, are the rules for Warfighter 2nd edition better than the 1st edition rules? I haven't seen the 1st edition rules, but the 2nd edition rules are really bad. So if they have been improved, then it wasn't much of an improvement. So let's look at what Insurgency on Mars Phobos Rising is about. Phobos Rising is a solitaire game depicting the heroic actions of an elite team attempting to secure key facilities on Mars. Success means Mars has been secured, and the Martian Revolution, depicted at the start of the Free Mars game, which I don't have, begins with a general uprising across the colony's bases and ships in the solar system. So apparently this game is set in the Free Mars universe and is a prequel to the Free Mars boxed game. And Operation Stolen Base is the same. It's also a prequel to the Free Mars boxed game. So now I'll have to Google Free Mars and see if this is a game that's available, and if it's also a solitaire game, because if it's not, I'm not going to buy it. The player starts with a handful of team members and a few gear enhancements. Four increasingly difficult missions must be completed in order to win the campaign game. That's great. Moving across a map depicting the Martian geography from Olympus Mons to Valles Marineris, Earth Federation forces will attempt to stop the team from completing its mission. Okay, so we are the insurgents. Your team will be able to recruit additional members, obtain specialized gear, and to enhance skills, and to acquire shuttles to speed movement. A unique card system counts down the time remaining and provides both challenges and opportunities at every turn. In this game, the player takes command of a rebel team attempting to complete missions critical to initiating the Free Mars Revolution. Your success will help ensure Mars is secure from Earth Federation forces and ready to support the rebel fleet gathering overhead. And in Ceres, Operation Stolen Base. Ceres, Operation Stolen Base, is a solitaire game depicting the actions of an elite rebel task force attempting to seize the largest source of water in the solar system. So that here you can see the level is a lot bigger, because here we have like a small part of Mars, and here we've got a solar system. The largest source of water in the solar system shortly after the outbreak of the Free Mars Revolution. So you would play with this one first, I assume. Your task force must defeat the Earth Federation ships in the area and seize the primary surface base. Four increasingly difficult missions must be completed to win the campaign game. Along the way, additional ships arrive and pods are constructed to increase strength and technological capabilities. A unique card system counts down the time remaining and provides challenges and opportunities at every orbit. In this game, the player takes command of a rebel task force attempting to complete missions critical to securing the Ceres water base. Your success will ensure Mars and other colonies have a major source of water for survival, and the Earth Federation will be forced to haul water up the deep and costly gravity well from Earth. I'm really wondering, if you have these games, if you complete the campaign successfully, will this impact on the Mars box set? Do you get to port it over? That would be really cool. Both have one player count. The level here is squad and individuals, vehicles, gear, and here you've got ships and pods is the level. Hex scale, one hex is 600 kilometers, and they don't even have hexes here. Playing time 60 minutes, complexity low and low, solitaire very high in both cases. Obviously it is a solitaire game. They're both solitaire games. And let's take a look at Phobos Rising, which will be the first one that I'm going to play. And by the way, I'm currently uploading or creating my most recent MECCG unboxing of the Dark Minions set. And in the afternoon I will be taping the run through or the playthrough of the Invaders from Dimension X, the redo. Oops. Okay, this is all falling out. This is not good. These are tiny. These are cute. Okay. So let's see. We have Phobos Rising Insurgency on Mars. That's the top sheet. Minigame system rules. Free Mars. Phobos Rising. Okay, so you have the general stuff. And here you've got the introduction to this particular one. Okay. Okay. We've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 40 counters. The stock isn't too thick, but it feels good. I mean, it's on the thin side, but it kind of reminds me of GMT counters. The graphics are really nice. I don't know if you can see this, if you can make this out. These structures, you know, you have like this really almost like photographic imagery here. Very easy to read. I mean, I am wearing my reading glasses, but even I think, yeah, I would probably be able to read them with my driving glasses too. And they're double-sided. When you turn them over, they have names. So, yeah. We've got the map. Which is slightly bigger than an A4. Very nice. So over here you've got your terrain. And over here you've got your terrain effects chart. So if it's clear or if it's craters, no effect. If it's escarpments, I hope I can recognize them when I see them. Trenches, this would be a trench probably. It's actually the names are on it. So rupes, you have fosse, you have valles, you have mons, and you have sulci. Yeah, it actually tells you. So we have OP4 controlled and friendly controlled installation chart. So if you're in a vallis or a fosse, you get +1 tactical edge die roll, and if you're OP4, you gain +1 to tactical edge die roll if you're on a mons or a sulci. Terrain key, outback, craters, rupes, fosse. Okay, so it's actually not the actual map, but they've overlaid the information. Action results net run. Okay, at the moment, okay, so you probably roll 6-sided dice. Special actions table. I'm pretty sure it'll become clear when we read the rules. And now we've got the cards. Event op4, execute op4 deployment, go to combat, win, lose, 1 op. So these are event cards or mission cards. And I assume that you put them down, you shuffle them, you put them down, and then you just draw them, and they're the countdown. So you've got probably, I think it's 18 cards, so you've got 18 turns. We'll find that out, and I'll also see if I can sleeve those, because they kind of feel a little bit on the weak side. But in general, the map feels nice. It's cardstock, it's nicely printed. The die cut is really good. So the counters look good as well, and I'm really looking forward to this. So we're just gonna put this all back in its Ziploc. That was Phobos Rising Insurgency on Mars. I really have to check out this free Mars system. This board game, I've never heard of it. And at least Games Law doesn't seem to have it, because when I was looking for these games, I looked at science fiction under war games, and they only had these. They don't have free Mars, so it could be that free Mars is no longer available. Although these ones were okay. They were released in 2016, so it could well be that the actual free Mars game is a lot older than this, and they decided to make prequels for it. I don't know. It's of course entirely possible. Okay, it fits back in the box a lot less easy than it was to take it out. Okay, so let's look at Ceres, Operation Stolen Base, and see what we've got in the box, or rather in the bag. We have the die cut counters, clearly marked. Different types of ships: Reaver, Wolf, Hackett, Kestrel, Nelson, Liberty, Eagle, Hope, Keller, and Freedom. Two-sided, clearly marked. Die cut is perfect. When you punch them out, you know, there won't be any issues with tearing or anything, with tearing off parts of the information. Thickness is okay. Again, and I have to say, I really like the back of the cards, and this one, this picture is just so evocative. I really like it. So here we've got the Space Combat Free Mars minigame system rules, and then the particular rules for... No, it's the same twice. There isn't any special rules for this one here, apparently. Okay, that's fine. Let's see what we've got here. We've got the map, which is our solar system. Number in parentheses is the quantity of ships, of pods which can be carried. There is no numbers in parentheses anywhere. Stellar object Ceres, transition tracks, points, nodes, orbitals, launch points. Here you can get your assembly costs, how much it takes and costs to make one of these. Here is the ship display down here, and then you've got the numbers in parentheses. So I will play with, I'll play the Phobos Rising first, because that's a lot more, something that I'm a lot more familiar with. It's hex and counter. This is more like an exploration and building game, and I'll have to familiarize myself with this. But I'll let you know. I might be getting to this even this month. So... until such time that I break out Phobos Rising, I will love you and leave you, as they say, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.